一个月听懂美国人。
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Everyday English Academy, where we make English simple and enjoyable. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. Hello to all of our wonderful listeners wherever you are in the world right now.
So, Mike, how's it going today?
I'm doing pretty good, but I got something in the mail yesterday.
Ooh, was it a present?
No, it was an invitation to my high school reunion.
Oh, that sounds fun.
Fun? Sarah, it sounds terrifying.
What? Why?
Because I'm going to see people I haven't seen in years, and they're going to ask me questions like, "So, Mike, what are you doing now? Did you buy a house? Are you married?"
And?
And I'm going to stand there with my coffee like, "Well, I have a nice plant at home."
Stop! I'm sure your life is not that bad.
I know it's not bad, but when I think about seeing all those people, suddenly I feel like I'm behind. Like everyone else figured out life and I'm still figuring it out.
Okay, you know what's funny? I felt the exact same thing last month.
Really? You?
Yes! I stumbled across an old classmate's profile online, and she has this amazing job, a beautiful apartment, 2 kids.
Wait, stumbled across?
Yeah, to stumble across something means you find it by accident. You weren't looking for it, it just appeared.
Oh, like when you're just looking at your phone and suddenly you see something you didn't expect?
Exactly. I stumbled across her profile means I wasn't searching for her, I just found it randomly. And then I felt terrible about myself for an hour.
See, this happens to everyone. And actually, that feeling, that I'm behind feeling, that's exactly what we're talking about today.
Yes, because I think so many people feel this way. And I know a lot of you listening probably feel it too sometimes.
So today, we're going to talk about why we feel behind and what we can actually do about it. And of course, you'll learn some really useful English along the way.
And actually, have you ever felt behind in life? Tell us in the comments. We really want to know. Even just one sentence like, "Yes, I feel this sometimes." That's already great English practice.
Okay, so let's start with the big question. What does it mean to feel behind?
Right. So when you feel behind, you feel like other people are ahead of you, like everyone is moving forward and you are stuck.
Yeah, it's that feeling of I should be further by now. Like life has a schedule and you're late.
Exactly. And there's a phrase I really want to teach here, to keep up with someone. When you keep up with someone, you stay at the same level as them. You move at the same speed.
Oh, that's good. Like, I'm trying to keep up with my friends, but they're all getting promoted and I'm still in the same job.
Yes. Or it's hard to keep up with everyone when your life moves at a different speed. And when you can't keep up, that's when you feel behind.
And this is so common, Sarah. I think almost every adult has this feeling at some point.
I agree, but here's the important question. Why? Why do we feel behind?
I think there are a few reasons. And actually, the first one might surprise you.
Ooh, tell me.
It's the people around you, not strangers, your people. Your friends, your family, your old classmates. When they achieve something big, suddenly you feel small. And that brings us to a really useful phrase. We measure ourselves against other people.
Ooh, good phrase. To measure yourself against someone means you judge your life by looking at their life. You put your life next to someone else's and you think, am I doing as well as them?
Exactly. Like, I keep measuring myself against my older brother. He bought a house at 28, and I still rent an apartment.
Or don't measure yourself against people on social media. You're only seeing a small part of their life.
And that is actually the second big reason we feel behind: social media.
Oh, yes, social media is dangerous for this.
It really is. I have a friend who deleted Instagram for 1 month, just 1 month, and she told me, Mike, I felt so much better about my life.
Wow, that says a lot.
It does, because when you stop looking at other people's lives, you start appreciating your life more.
And what do people post online? The best parts of their life. The vacation, the new job, the engagement ring, the baby photos. Nobody posts a picture of themselves eating cereal alone at 11 p.m. in their pajamas.
But we all do that. That's a normal Tuesday night.
And the problem is, you see all these beautiful posts, and you start to think, everyone is doing so well except me.
But that's not true. You're just seeing a tiny piece of someone's life, not the whole thing.
Exactly. And there's a great expression for this. What you see online is not the full story. It's just what's on the surface.
On the surface? What does that mean?
On the surface means what things look like from the outside, not what they really are. So someone's life might look perfect on the surface, but behind the scenes, it's completely different.
Behind the scenes. Like in a movie, on screen everything is beautiful, but behind the scenes there are problems, stress, mess.
Exactly. Her life looks amazing on the surface, but behind the scenes, she's struggling too. Everyone has problems. You just don't see them.
That's so true. And you know what makes this feeling worse? Milestones.
Milestones. Okay, this is an important word. A milestone is a big event or achievement in your life, something important that people see as a sign of progress.
Like getting married, buying your first home, getting a promotion, having a baby.
Yes, these are all milestones. Buying my first car was a big milestone for me.
And the problem is, society tells us we should hit these milestones at certain ages, like you should be married by 30, you should own a house by 35.
And when you don't hit those milestones on time, you feel like you're failing.
Yes, like there's some invisible schedule for life and you're behind on it.
I remember when I turned 30, I suddenly looked at my life and thought, wait, am I supposed to have more by now?
What do you mean?
Like, I thought by 30 I would have everything figured out. A perfect career, a house, maybe a family. But I didn't have all of those things, and I panicked a little.
Panicked. That's when you suddenly feel very scared or worried. Like your brain says, danger, even when there's no real danger.
Yes. I panicked when I realized all my friends were buying houses and I was still renting. It's that sudden wave of fear.
I think big birthdays are hard for this. Every birthday you think, what did I accomplish this year?
And if the answer is not much, it feels terrible. Even if you actually did a lot, it just doesn't feel like enough.
But here's the thing. That schedule, it doesn't actually exist.
It really doesn't. There is no rule that says you must be married at 30 or you must have a career at 25.
Some people start university at 18, some at 30. Some people find their dream job at 25, some at 45, and both are completely fine.
That's a really important point. But even when we know this, it's still hard, right?
Oh, absolutely. Knowing it and feeling it are two different things. So, what do people usually compare the most? What makes them feel the most behind?
I think career is a big one. When your friend gets a promotion and you don't, that hurts.
Yeah, and then there's the pressure. Pressure is that feeling that you must do something or must achieve something. And the pressure can come from family, from friends, from society.
Or from yourself. I put so much pressure on myself sometimes.
Me too. I should be earning more money by now. I should have a better job. That voice in your head?
It's loud. And what about relationships? I think people feel a lot of pressure about relationships.
Oh, definitely. Especially when you're single and everyone around you is getting married or having kids.
Your mom calls and says, "So, anyone special in your life?"
Every family dinner. And suddenly you feel like something is wrong with you. But nothing is wrong. You're just living your life.
Or money. People feel so much pressure about money. My colleague bought a new car. Why can't I afford one?
And then you start to feel bad about yourself, even though maybe that colleague has a lot of debt. You don't know.
You don't. You only see what people show you. Remember, behind the scenes, things are often very different.
That's true. And the key is to live on your own terms.
On your own terms. I love that phrase. When you do something on your own terms, you do it your way, based on what you want, not what other people expect.
So instead of following society's schedule, you follow your schedule.
Exactly. She's building her career on her own terms. That means she's not doing what everyone else thinks she should do. She's doing what feels right for her.
And honestly, I think that takes more courage than just following the crowd.
Okay, so we've talked about why we feel behind, but now what do we actually do about it?
This is the important part. And I think the first thing is stop and check. Is my life actually bad? Or does it just look bad when I compare it to someone else's?
That's so smart, because usually your life is actually fine. It's the comparison that makes you feel terrible.
Right. It's like, my apartment is fine. I like my apartment. But the moment I see someone's huge house on Instagram, suddenly my apartment feels small and sad.
Your apartment didn't change. Your feeling changed.
Exactly. So the first step is recognize the trap.
Oh, to fall into a trap. That's when you make a mistake without realizing it. You didn't plan to feel bad. It just happened.
Right. I fell into the comparison trap again. I was fine until I checked social media. The trap catches you when you're not paying attention.
And here's the thing. It is a trap, because comparing your real life to someone's best moments, that's not fair to yourself.
Not fair at all. Okay, so what's the second thing?
I think ask yourself, am I on track for what I want? Not what society wants, not what your parents want, what you want.
On track. That means going in the right direction, making progress.
Yes, I'm on track with my savings means you're going in the right direction with money. Maybe slowly, but you're moving forward.
So you might be on track for your goals even if it looks different from someone else's goals.
Exactly. And by the way, for everyone listening, what do you compare the most? Is it career, relationships, money, travel? Tell us in the comments. I'm really curious.
Okay, and I think the third thing, and this one really changed how I think, is to be kind to yourself.
Yes. Instead of saying, I'm behind, I'm a failure, try saying, I'm doing the best I can right now, and that's enough.
Because the voice in your head, the one that says you're not good enough, that voice is lying to you.
It is. That voice is not your friend, and you need to talk back to it sometimes. Say, no, I'm doing fine. I'm growing. I'm learning.
And you are. You're here. You're listening to this podcast. You're learning English. That's amazing.
It really is. Learning a new language is a huge thing. So if someone says to you, "What are you doing with your life?" you can say, "I'm learning English, thank you very much."
That's a great answer.
And also, remember that everyone moves at a different speed. Life is not a race. There's no finish line where everyone has to arrive at the same time.
That's so true. Some people bloom early, some people bloom late, and both are beautiful.
I love that. So, to go back to your high school reunion, Mike, are you going to go?
You know what? I think I am gonna go, because my life is pretty good. It just doesn't look like everyone else's life, and that's okay.
That's more than okay. That's your life, on your terms.
And actually, I want to share something that changed how I think about this. A friend once told me, "Mike, you're not behind, you're just on a different path." And that one sentence made me feel so much better.
Wow, that's really powerful, because it's true. A different path is not a wrong path.
Exactly. Maybe your path takes longer, maybe it has more turns, but it's still taking you somewhere good.
I love that. And if anyone asks what you're doing at the reunion, what will you say?
I'll say, I have an amazing podcast, a beautiful plant, and I'm very happy.
Perfect answer.
All right. Let's do a quick review of the words and phrases we learned today.
Yes, so we learned feel behind when you feel like everyone else is ahead of you in life.
Keep up with someone, to stay at the same level as others. I can't keep up with my friends.
Measure yourself against someone, to judge your life by looking at someone else's.
Milestone, a big, important event in life, like getting married or buying a house.
On your own terms, doing things your way, not how others expect you to.
Pressure, that strong feeling that you must do something or achieve something.
Stumble across something, to find something by accident without looking for it.
On track, going in the right direction, making good progress.
Behind the scenes, what really happens when nobody's watching. The real story, not just the pretty part.
And fall into a trap, to make a mistake without realizing it, like the comparison trap.
Those are all so useful for talking about life, feelings, and goals in English.
And before we go, we have one more question for you. What would you tell your younger self? Write one sentence in the comments, like, "Don't worry so much. Everything will be okay."
We read every comment, and it's such beautiful practice.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to Everyday English Academy and give us a like.
Share this with someone who needs to hear it today, maybe a friend who is feeling a little behind.
Remember, your life is your story. Nobody else gets to write it for you.
Keep learning, keep growing, and be kind to yourself on the hard days.
We'll see you very soon in the next episode.
Bye, everyone, and go easy on yourself today.
Goodbye.
Bye.